Hello Dragons, my name's Sam Jones, I'm the founder of Generate, and I'm here today to ask for £60,000 in return for 10% equity. The open secret within the advertising industry is that it's built on exploiting our data. Like when you mention something to a friend and the next thing you know you're being bombarded with adverts for it. Everything that we do online is being tracked to follow our movements and understand our behavior. Then they collect this information and sell it. But I believe that people should have a choice to stop this from happening, or even better, to earn from it themselves. Generate gives people two choices. Privacy mode, this is where we stop all companies from tracking them online. Or number two, earning mode. In return for sharing their data with us, people earn points, and they can redeem these points for products, vouchers, or donations to charity. And right now, the average user is redeeming between £5 and £25 in rewards and value per month. When a person chooses to earn from their data, they tell us what they're interested in. We then use this information in order to tailor all of the adverts that they see anywhere online so that they are based on their interests. Generate has started a movement that empowers people, and I hope that you'll come on the journey with us.
Very smooth pitch.
Hi everyone, so that clip you just saw was an extract from the show Dragon's Den, a show which is about entrepreneurs pitching business ideas to established members of the business community in the hope of gaining backing investment. Very much like the show Shark Tank. This particular clip is often considered as amongst the best pitches the show has ever seen. So that begs the question, what is it that makes a successful business pitch? On the surface, you can see that the entrepreneur clearly believes in the business that he started, and he is very persuasive in the way he discusses and delivers his pitch. So clearly, you need to be very good at communicating and able to catch and hold the attention of those who you are pitching to. Next, let's look at the actual content that goes into this pitch. Granted, this is a television show, so the format of delivering the pitch is constrained by the rules of the show and the directions of producers. As a result, about half of the content that goes into making a good pitch is drawn out in the discussion segment of this show. To a good business pitch, there are about 8 essential bits of information that you need to deliver. So a good pitch away from the television would normally include all these elements of information in the original pitch. This is because the reality of when you deliver a business pitch in the real world, it may be something that is not delivered live, but rather a stack of papers or PowerPoint presentation that's glanced at as just being one of many pitches that the venture capitalists may look at that day. For that reason, it is also good to try and be creative with how you present your information, but only to the point that it won't distract from the core message of your pitch. So there are 8 bits of information or content that are essential or core to an effective pitch. And these are, firstly, introduce yourself and the pitch team. Secondly, introduce the problem that your venture is going to solve. Show you understand the problem. Being empathetic is an effective approach here, putting yourself in the shoes of your target customers, basically. The third point is you want to present and detail your solution to the problem in a straightforward manner. Fourth, explain why your venture is superior to other options. This is a good opportunity to address risk and reward element of the pitch. Fifth, detail the mechanics of how your venture actually will work. Six, make some projections for the financial performance of the venture. The seventh thing you need to include is you need to show that your business has a bit of direction. So you should be outlining the key steps or milestones that your business will be working towards next. And this might be a good opportunity to talk about how further investment in the venture will help achieve these steps. And finally, 8 is to conclude the pitch and make yourself available for further discussion. And this all depends on the format with which you delivered your pitch. Basically saying you're not necessarily going to be on television. So with that said, let's have a look at the entire clip from Dragon's Den and see where these 8 elements occur. Just remember that some of these will occur in the Q&A discussions that follow. So here we go.
Hello Dragons, my name's Sam Jones. I'm the founder of Generate, and I'm here today to ask for £60,000 in return for 10% equity. The open secret within the advertising industry is that it's built on exploiting our data. Like when you mention something to a friend and the next thing you know, you're being bombarded with adverts for it. Everything that we do online is being tracked to follow our movements and understand our behavior. Then they collect this information and sell it. But I believe that people should have a choice to stop themselves. Generate gives people two choices. Privacy mode. This is where we stop all companies from tracking them on. In return for sharing their data with us, people earn points, and they can redeem these points for products, vouchers, or donations to charity. And right now, the average user is redeeming between £5 and £25 in rewards and value per month. When a person chooses to earn from their data, they tell us what they're interested in. We then use they see anywhere online so that they are based on their interests. Generate has started a movement that empowers people, and I hope that you'll come on the journey with us.
Very smooth pitch. I'd just like to understand in terms of the business, what is your revenue model?
To be able to earn from their data. So we tell them that companies and advertisers want to pay to show them what they're interested in. So if you share your interests with us, we'll be able to target relevant advertising. We're very confident that we will be able to drive at least between 5 and we give 80% of the revenue back to the user and we take a 20% cut.
And I assume it's using cookies, is that right? When you go on websites and then they track you from that.
No, so that's what happens right now.
Yeah.
So a cookie is one of the best tricks in marketing. Cookie means tracker. So when you go to a website and you see that annoying pop-up where it says, allow us to drop a cookie on you, if it really said allow us to drop a tracker, you'd say no. But actually what you should do next time is click on the See Vendor list and you will see all of the companies that you are allowing to track you. And on many of your favorite websites, the list is literally hundreds and hundreds of different companies. Right now, if you use the world's largest search engine and you want to stop them from tracking you, it will take you 17 clicks to do so.
If you know what you're doing.
If you know what you're doing.
Yes.
With your software installed,
Yeah.
does it prevent it from adding a tracker or a cookie onto you?
Yes.
How long has it taken you to build the platform and how close to finished is it?
So we spent a full year and a half before we even soft launched it last year. By the end of last year, we had about 10,000 weekly active users. At this point this year, we've got about 30,000, so we added 20,000 more.
Is there a competitor out there?
There's a company in the US who would be the closest to us. The key point of differentiation is that they reward users with cryptocurrency.
So what kind of market penetration have they got?
They're valued at about $135 million. They have about 6 million users. So there's a hell of an opportunity. There will be $1 billion business built in this space. And it may be that the first one who gets there wins it.
Sam, I've been in the den for 6 years. This is one of the best pitches that I've ever heard.
Thank you.
Now, tell me about your plans to raise more money. Because what I don't want is to invest now and find out in 2 weeks' time I'm diluted.
So where we are right now, with no more raising of capital, I believe we can end next year with 311,000 users and the following year with 1 million. However, I think there could be a good discussion to have with existing shareholders to say, guys, if we can add another zero on the valuation, should we raise a couple of million quid and go out and capture the market?
What about someone like Google coming into this? Because it's pretty much their technology. They could quite easily develop a system whereby they monetize people by allowing data to be shared. Could that happen?
Any startup that said they weren't slightly worried about Google would probably be lying. They're a 10-ton gorilla, that's for sure. But the refuge that I take is there was a browser extension last year that was acquired for $4 billion from PayPal. And what they did was they added discount codes at checkout. Google could have built that, but they never did. Similarly, we see that there is an enormous opportunity for us here, and I wouldn't rule out Google as a potential acquirer in the future.
Sam, I think the business model is really clever, and it kind of feels like individuals become ultimately their own affiliate and receive the lion's share of a commission that your business is ultimately going to pay them. So I think it's really, really interesting, and the timing of this is now. I actually think that Generate could be a movement which is really saying something in the market, because that's when you get real penetration. So I don't think you're going to be surprised that the quality of your pitch, the size of the opportunity and the excitement has generated my interest. So much so that I'm going to offer you all of the money, all £60,000, for exactly what you've asked for 10% of the business.
Thank you very much, Peter.
Look, I think what you've created is truly the one solution for the issue that we have. You know, I think I could help you with raising money for this, with access to a huge number of tech investors. So I'm going to make you the same offer, all of the money for 10%.
Wow, thank you very much.
So, Sam, this is about getting a message out. This is about being trusted. And I think your timing's absolutely bang on in terms of plugging into that concern that's beginning to register in the back of people's minds. And you add on top of that, actually even better than that, I can earn some money out of my data. So I absolutely love it. And I'm going to offer you all of the money, the 10% of the business.
Thank you very much.
Outstanding is the word I would use to describe everything about this pitch we've just seen. And I knew that you would be walking out of here with an offer. I don't sit in this chair and pretend to be the techie expert, and I'm sure I am not the best dragon to partner with you on this venture. And it is only for that reason that I'm not going to make you an offer, and I'm out.
Sam, have you got offices?
Rental offices.
How about free offices for you for a year? In my office. I'm going to give you all of the money, 60,000 for 10%, and offer you free accommodation up to 6-8 people for a year.
Okay, thank you very much. Phew, I think I'll definitely take a moment if that's okay.
Please take your
the back
time
of the wall?
to the wall.
Thank you very much. Phew. Thank you all so much. This is absolutely amazing to be in this position. Tuka, I love the enthusiasm and the energy that you clearly have for Generate. And Peter, I know that you have incredible expertise in this space, particularly when it comes to scaling. Would the two of you be willing to share the deal at 5% each, with the offices included?
I would, yeah.
Yeah, I think
would.
so.
It's a deal. Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
very much.
Brilliant.
Well done.
Really looking forward to working with you. An exquisite pitch.
Excellent.
Brilliant business.
Thank you. Wow. This is such a game changer to have two massive dragons on board. Just helps to make sure that my business is a household name in the near future.
I've always been brought up by my parents, and I even teach my kids. You've got to have humility, not gloat. But it's so difficult not to gloat after that decision.
Who says free office space doesn't work?
Absolutely.